What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gabriel back with another episode of the Reality and Denial Show. We back with another video today, and this one just got me side-eyeing once again. Y'all know I'm tired of side-eyeing, but this one is about y'all person, Charlie Kirk, because y'all know I can't stand Charlie Kirk, but he was at a college again, of course, as he always does, and debating a student, and the student, I think he held up a good conversation with them. There was one part that I did disagree with him on, but we're going to get into it. So y'all first subscribe to the channel, comment on the video, let me know what y'all think, and like the video as well. But check out the video, and I'll be right back.
Just to speak for black people.
That's quite a statement, but sure.
Well, let me speak for the majority who are of my opinion. So when blacks who, let's say, have disdain for whites, it is not based in racism. It is based in cause and effect. It is normal for anybody to hate a suppressor. It is normal for anybody to hate their rapists. It is normal for anybody to hate their murderers. America went to war with the British Empire for being suppressed and oppressed. So my concluding point is that a lot of the hate that can be perceived from blacks as white is hating oppression, not white people. Because if you substitute our oppression for a Mexican, if a Mexican oppresses us, we therefore hate him as well. If a black man oppresses us, we therefore hate oppression.
I think that's a fair point. Let me ask one final question, if that's okay. If you had to decide which is a bigger problem facing black America, racism or a lack of fathers raising black kids, which is a bigger problem? I'm sorry, so you said you would say racism or the black fathers?
Fathers.
I agree. So now we have agreement. Do you agree that the last 5 years we've talked more about racism and way less about dads staying around with the women they impregnate? Would you agree that's probably a problem?
I agree that's a problem amongst all races. When you say we, who is we?
Well, as a society, but it's especially a problem in black America. If you had to guess, I know this is like Trivial Pursuit, but approximate, what percentage of black youth have a stable father around?
I wouldn't know those numbers, sir.
It's about 30%. So that means that 2 out of 3 black kids do not have a dad around.
Mm-hmm. I would have to fact check that for myself.
That's fine. You can look it up.
Your videos,
you guys can look it up on Grok or ChatGPT or Perplexity or the AI of your choice, right? And so here's our perspective as conservatives, because this is a colorblind truth. See, as conservatives, we apply things that are true to all human beings regardless of their skin color. That if you don't have a dad around, you're more likely to commit crimes, go to jail, more likely to basically be on the outer fringe of society. When 2 out of 3 black youth don't have dads around, that's a big, big problem. And it creates a cycle of violence and poverty. That's not racism, that's culture. And the cultural problems happening in black America, the white people are not doing that to black
Do we
America.
not look at the sources of poverty? When I spoke about redlining, that was literally whites forcing blacks into ghettos because they would not give us houses.
No one's going to defend that.
We cannot ignore that.
No one's going to defend that.
But we cannot ignore who created poverty, who created the ghettos.
Let me ask a simple
question.
question.
It's disingenuous.
Well, hold on. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you have to leave the woman you impregnate.
Correct.
That does not transcend every racial group. I want an answer, though, because I'm curious. Why is it that so many black men leave the women that they impregnate, more so than any other group? Why is that? Is that the white person's fault?
No.
Now I agreed with the guy, the student, I should say, and I don't know his name, when he said that black people, we hate oppression. Now, I can agree with that. I can see where he was coming from with that, because if you switch white people with Mexicans or whoever, whoever, Asians, whatever, whoever it would have been, we would have hated them, or we would have hated that system no matter who was in charge of it. So I kind of get what he was saying on that aspect of it. But where I disagreed with him on is where he should not have given any leeway to Charlie was when Charlie was like, do you think the biggest problem is racism or father absence, is what the MAGA cult members like to say, of what they're alluding to, of how black fathers are not in the homes. So when the guy has said black fathers are more important than racism, that issue, I did not agree with that one bit. because that is just something that the MAGA cult members like to say to discredit racism and discredit everything else that ties into that. Because the reason is, in my view, my opinion, you know, the student did try to bring it back because he was like, it's across all races and ethnicities deal with that. But the issue is that I think is they don't want to look at mass incarceration. They don't want to look at the war on drugs and how over policing in the neighborhoods of black communities and how they're looking to lock us up. And then when a black person is in the court system for any small little thing, it could be the same crime as as a white person, but the black person is going to get a longer sentence or, a harsher sentence than the white person. But then they want to say that the fathers are not in the home when y'all are sitting here locking them up. So not to say that, and I'm not saying that, you just impregnate the women and then you just leave. No, that's not okay. But that does happen across all races. So don't just pinpoint that straight to a black issue. Even though I know a lot of the black people out here do have similar stories of not having a dad, yes, but they highlight that issue and want to discredit racism, which is, I think, is the more important or the more stronger issue at hand, because we are still dealing with things today. Going from the chattel slavery, going to the Reconstruction era, going to the Jim Crow law, segregation, lynching, redlining. I mean, still going through voter suppression right now with gerrymandering, going through mass incarceration, as I just stated. I mean, we're still dealing with a lot. I mean, getting all of the progress that we made removed right now at the hand of y'all's president, current right now. So I didn't agree with that one bit, what Charlie was trying to say. And the student, because Charlie was saying, he put out numbers. Now I'm like the guy, I got to go fact check that as well. But, Charlie was saying whatever statistics showed that he has, that without a father in the home, that it creates a lifestyle of crime. Majority would create a lifestyle of crime, poverty, and all of that. Now, the student, I did like when he brought back in redlining. That's what I am talking about. You need to bring back in the issues at hand that they want to disregard, because redlining was really not giving opportunities to live in certain neighborhoods to black people just because of their color of their skin. They wanted to move them into the ghettos, and they created the ghettos because they would only move black people to certain areas because they felt that they weren't qualified or weren't, they weren't able to live in this area with these people or whatever. They just wanted to keep us out. And it's just that's a big issue. So they really created the ghettos, but then they want to sit here and talk about it's our problem and that it's our culture. You got to look deeper at this stuff. And that's the point of where I get so mad about when Charlie Kirk is spewing all of this nonsense, because he doesn't look at everything. A lot of this plays into it. And the thing is black people are still fighting. I've said it on another video. Black people are still fighting to this day, just to try to be equal. Yeah, on paper versus off paper in reality is two different things. So let me know what y'all think. Definitely get in the comments, because, I like to learn from y'all as well. I have my thoughts and opinions that I try to give y'all just a touch of based off the videos that I do see. So I want to definitely hear from y'all. I'll definitely be responding. And comment on the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel so y'all can stay tuned, so we can interact and I can learn from y'all, as hopefully y'all will learn something from me, or even help me learn more and enhance my knowledge on these issues as well. So check out the video, and I'll look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Peace.